I'm John Hendricks. It's Friday, October 24th. Today, navigating closures, how Nav Canada is dealing with times when there's no one directing air traffic at the Winnipeg airport. Also today, time on their side.
I mean, we're from Winkler, Manitoba, right? We're from Canada. What does Time Magazine care about us?
What a Manitoba company created that made Time Magazine's top inventions. Plus, let's play ball.
They just seem to be playing for each other and playing for the city and even playing for the country. It's really fun.
How the Toronto Blue Jays World Series run is a home run for Winnipeg's baseball community. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. A staffing shortage is forcing temporary closures of the air traffic control tower at Winnipeg's International Airport. And Nav Canada says the problem could spread to other airports in Canada. Now, joining us now live is CTV's Taylor Brock. So, Taylor, what does this all mean?
Well, it means passengers have no choice but to pack some extra patience, John. At times, just a single person will be staffing the air control tower, and others none, forcing the tower to close. In a statement to CTV News, Nav Canada says recent temporary closures in Winnipeg are precautionary measures taken under its fatigue risk management system. In a memo obtained by the Reuters news agency, Air Canada tells pilots to avoid the Winnipeg airport during tower closures. It says the closures will happen when there's only one person staffing the tower and they need to take their designated break.
So, Taylor, do you mean that sometimes there's no one in Winnipeg directing air traffic? That sounds like a pretty big problem.
Yes, it does. Nav Canada says there's a contingency plan in place. In its statement to CTV News, Nav Canada says when such a closure occurs, standard contingency procedures are immediately activated. Air traffic services continue to be provided by Nav Canada's Area Control Centre and Flight Information Centre, staffed with qualified professionals who are equipped to support aircraft movements in and around airports. Now, that Area Control Centre is one of several across Canada that manages air traffic under a certain altitude. It serves Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and northwestern Ontario. Controllers there would take over until the Winnipeg Tower can resume work. CTV News also received this statement from Captain Tim Perry of the Airline Pilots Association. He says air traffic controller shortages continue, leading to delays at various airports across Canada. This lack of stability in Canada's aviation sector must be addressed. ALPA Canada is actively working with the Canadian Air Traffic Control Association and is in dialogue with Nav Canada to find ways to work together to improve the situation moving forward. Nav Canada and Canadian air operators are working proactively to ensure aviation safety is maintained without degradation.
Taylor, how will passengers be affected by this?
Well, John, closures are planned for low traffic periods to mitigate the impacts on passengers. However, the issue highlights air traffic controller staffing concerns across Canada, shortages that have led to delays and added costs for carriers. And Winnipeg isn't the only airport affected. According to Reuters, Kelowna Airport is also seeing tower closures, and the move could expand to other airports as well.
So, Taylor, is there anything being done to ensure that this doesn't keep happening?
Well, Nav Canada says that over the past 2 years, it's hired 240 new air traffic controllers and that there are nearly 500 more students currently in training across Canada. It says it's finding ways to build long-term capacity. However, Nav Canada gave no indication on if and when staffing levels may increase in Winnipeg.
Okay, thanks, Taylor. In an effort to increase safety in downtown Winnipeg, the province is expanding an outreach space at the Millennium Library.
The Downtown Resource Corner is just another tool that will help make our downtown safer by connecting people with supports before situations escalate.
Officials say the former Community Connection space will now be known as the Downtown Resource Center and will offer more services than before. Now, that includes mental health workers, a public health nurse, employment and income assistance staff, and members of the Downtown Community Safety Partnership.
The Downtown Resource Corner will also host a rotation of community partners to help Manitobans access IDs, housing, rent assist, and other programs like Healthy Baby and 55 Plus, along with a free phone and photocopier to help complete applications.
The Resource Center operates roughly 20 hours a week with extended hours once a week. More housing is coming to Osborne Village thanks to an Indigenous-led development project. A groundbreaking ceremony was held at the future site of the Ellswood on River Avenue. The 7-story riverfront property is set to include 147 mixed-income units, 60 of which would be classified as deeply affordable. It also features a fitness facility, heated parkade, and energy efficiency building standards. It's wholly owned by Broken Head Ojibwe Nation, and Chief Gordon Bluesky notes the location bears historical significance.
You know, I was just down here earlier seeing the shoreline stabilization that was completed, and I was just reminiscing about that and thinking about how our people used to gather here for thousands and thousands of years. So it's just symbolic that we have our first build being here where we belong. Oh, you guys.
Chief Bluesky says the project should wrap up within 18 months to 2 years. A team made up of RCMP and Winnipeg police officers say they've arrested a high-priority offender. Officers with the Manitoba Integrated Violent Offender Apprehension Unit traveled to the Gibsonville area on Wednesday. Now, they visited Lake St. Martin First Nation and Little Saskatchewan First Nation to target prolific and violent offenders who had warrants out for their arrests. RCMP arrested a 35-year-old man from Winnipeg wanted for a number of charges, including extortion and firearms offenses. They also arrested a 21-year-old man from Lake St. Martin First Nation who faces charges of possessing property obtained by crime. Both men remain in custody. Now, during the sweep, officers executed 6 warrant checks, 3 entry warrants, and visited more than 30 residences. A Made in Manitoba product has made Time magazine's list of the top inventions of 2025. The Razor's Edge Concave, designed in Winkler, is an agricultural device designed to make combining more efficient for farmers. Now, in the past, all concaves were designed the same, but the size of the opening was different depending on the type of crop being harvested. Now, that forced farmers to switch the concave every time they change crops, which takes time. The Manitoba invention controls how the material flows through, removing the need to change between crops. It's attracting some international attention, landing on Time magazine's top inventions list.
I mean, it's still surreal to think of, I mean, we're talking Time magazine. Like, that's a pretty cool thing. And to be recognized as one of their top 300 inventions alongside some like earth-shattering inventions is like super cool.
The Razor's Edge Concave also won the Farmer's Choice Award and the Innovation Award at Canada's Ag in Motion Farm Show held in Saskatchewan this past summer. A 77-year-old theatre in Selkirk is getting a welcome financial boost. The Garry Theatre has announced that the Rotary Club of Selkirk has become a naming sponsor. The club is committing more than $87,000 to the theatre over the next 5 years. The theatre has been closed since 2021, but the City of Selkirk is now working to restore the theatre and give it a second act as a community-led nonprofit space, showing movies and live events. The theatre is still looking for more funding and offering more naming right opportunities for spaces like the auditorium and concession stand. CTV weather specialist Colleen Brady joins us now with your first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. And Colleen, it has been very, very cool over the last few days.
Yeah, and it's about to warm up big time. In fact, we got up to double digits today, but we're just getting started. Soon enough, I'm going to be telling you all about wind chill and all of those things that will feel a lot colder than this. But I'll tell you what, my job tonight is easy because temperatures will be soaring well above normal for this time of year across southern Manitoba, including here in Winnipeg with sunshine. Can't wait to share those temperatures with you. But let's take a look right now through the Bath Fitter Live Eye. Bath Fitter, your bath and shower experts for more than 40 years. Nothing but blue sky out there, folks. 11 degrees is the current temperature. Winds out of the southeast at 22 kilometers an hour with gusts up to 34. The pressure's dropping and the humidity is 55%. Out in traffic on this Friday afternoon, a live look out onto the Norwood Bridge. Traffic moving well in both directions there.
Thanks, Colleen. Winnipeg Jets fans are getting a double dose this week. We'll show you what happened last night and set up tonight's match. Plus,
I think there's no doubt that it gets more Canadians and more people watching our sport.
the Toronto Blue Jays World Series run begins tonight. How it may affect baseball in Manitoba. Much more still coming up.
Air Canada is cutting about 1% of its workforce. About 400 management jobs will be lost. The airline shared the news on the same day it announced it will start running direct flights to the U.S. from Toronto's Island Airport. Travelers will be able to fly directly to New York, Boston, Chicago, and Washington starting March of 2026. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar's up a fraction to 71.44. West Texas Intermediate crude is down to 61.50. Western Canadian Select is up close to $3 today to 48.99. And the TSX gained 166 points today, ending the week at 30,353. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
Market Watch is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross. Group health plans for any size business.
The first World Series game played on Canadian soil in 32 years starts in less than 2 hours. And this postseason run by the Toronto Blue Jays could lead to an upswing of interest here in Manitoba.
I think there's no doubt that it gets more Canadians and more people watching our sport, which obviously is great for promotion, and it should drive an increase in membership in 26.
Baseball Manitoba's executive director says the Jays' back-to-back championships in the 90s and playoff runs in 2015 and 2016 were a big boost for registration. And he says this Blue Jays roster is the perfect mix to get young Manitobans excited and onto the field.
They're not dictated by the home run. They can play small ball. They can bunt. They can move runners over. The pitchers are dynamic. They've stuck together, and they just seem to be playing for each other and playing for the city and even playing for the country. It's really fun.
Jason Miller says Baseball Manitoba has camps and clinics throughout the offseason and leagues for all levels of skill in the summer. First pitch tonight goes at 7 o'clock. The Winnipeg Jets' 5-game win streak ended last night with a shutout loss to the Seattle Kraken. But the team can't dwell on it. They're back in action tonight.
Now let's move on. Now we got a different opponent. You know, there's certain players, there's certain things that they may do that's different from last night's game, but we have to be prepared to put our best foot forward. And you know, we always talk that, you know, we have to get to Jet hockey and we have to get to it quick. And these turnaround games, we really have to make sure we're good tonight.
The team's offense struggled to get going against the Kraken. And on that note, the Jets only mustered 2 goals in a win against the Calgary Flames earlier this week. Now, those Flames are in Winnipeg tonight. And Coach Scott O'Neill says his team needs to be on their toes.
I expect them to try to jump us here. You know, it's going to be important. The start of the game is going to be important. They're going to try to get out and get after us. They played real well in there, really. And there was a lot of penalties. But, you know, they were... You know, Wolf was really good in the net. So again, if that's the case, you have goaltending that's, you know, is strong like we saw last night, then you got to make sure you work even harder to make it difficult on those guys.
Backup goaltender Eric Comrie is expected to get the start in the team's first back-to-back of the season. The Jets also play Sunday, hosting the Utah Mammoth. Puck drop tonight is 7 o'clock at Canada Life Center. Some big news for Country Fest fans. The 2026 lineup has been released. Who's headlining the festival? Here's a hint, it's something sweet. We'll have the answer coming up next in
It's spooky season, and we're looking for a Halloween house to feature on CTV Your Morning Winnipeg. If you think yours fits the bill, you could win a $500 gift card from St. Mary's Nursery and Garden Center and have the chance to show off your Halloween house live on Your Morning Winnipeg on October 31st with a visit from Ainsley McPhail. To enter, head to our contest page at ctvwinnipeg.ca, fill out the form, and submit some pictures.
Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting Prism and Haywire.
Colleen Brady has your spotlight today. And Colleen, Winnipeg's biggest celebration of all things pop culture kicking off today.
Does it ever, John? Comic-Con returns this weekend for its 5th edition at the RBC Convention Center. The 3-day event opened its doors just a few hours ago. Highlights this year include appearances by actors Sean Astin and Ron Perlman, the ever-popular artist exhibition, and a costume contest.
I mean, look, I always tell people if you've never been to a Comic-Con before, it's a celebration of pop culture. And when you look around, there's really something that represents every faction of pop culture, whether you're a Star Wars fan, a Lord of the Rings fan, a Star Trek fan, if you're into anime, if you're into just Hollywood in general, if you're into toys, comic books, T-shirts, swords, all kinds of stuff. It's here in the exhibition hall.
Comic-Con runs tonight until 10 and continues through Sunday. You can find all the details, John, by heading to comicconwinnipeg.com.
I've been to Comic-Con, and it is indeed a lot of fun.
I don't think 3 days can do it. It sounds like there's so much there to take in, but do your best, folks.
Exactly. Well, some big news for Country Fest fans.
The 2026 lineup has just been released.
You ain't nothing but a liar.
Jelly Roll will headline the event next year, along with Nate Smith and Tyler Hubbard of Florida Georgia Line. Other stars who will hit the stage include Brett Kissel, Cameron Whitcomb, Owen Wriggling, and Hunter Brothers. Country Fest takes place June 25th to the 28th in Dauphin. Tickets go on sale October 30th at 9 a.m. Visit countryfest.ca.
That's going to be a big one. Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Documentary fans should love an event that is coming up soon.
It's called the Gimme Some Truth Documentary Festival, featuring new world documentaries plus local and Canadian shorts.
4 days ahead, and I'm lost again.
Opening the festival are a couple of films from the late Canadian director Frank Cole, including Life Without Death, chronicling Cole's epic 7,000-kilometer journey across the Sahara Desert on a camel. The festival closes with a documentary challenge featuring 10 new short documentaries created by local filmmakers made in the 30 days prior to the festival. The Gimme Some Truth Documentary Festival takes place November 6th to 9th. Get more information and tickets at davebarbercinematech.com.
Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Kickstart your weekend with some great entertainment starting at 7 with Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Special Forces World's Toughest Test is on at 8, and catch Boston Blue at 9. It's all right here tonight on CTV. A sunny look down onto McPhillips. Traffic quite light for this time of the rush hour in both directions, but moving well there. It's sunny, warm, and windy. I will have your full weekend forecast coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
Varsity playoffs kicked off yesterday for Winnipeg High School football teams. Home team Elmwood High won its match against Kildonan East Collegiate 64-7. Also moving on to the next round of the postseason, Dryden beat out Beaver Bray 37-13. Tech Vaughn defeated Garden City Collegiate 34-2, and West Kildonan Collegiate won against Sisler 28-7. Varsity playoffs are continuing today. Semifinals begin next week.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
It is another exceptionally warm day across southern Manitoba, so much so that Melita, Manitoba has done it again just like yesterday. So far, the warmest place in all of Manitoba, 15.8 degrees, the highest temperature there. Across southern Manitoba, back into double digits. We got up to 12 at the Forks here in Winnipeg, 11 at the airport, and you can see it's pretty clear. We have an upper ridge of high pressure and a surface ridge of high pressure. You have that double shot, and that keeps the sky pretty clear across much of the province, and conditions pretty calm and benign as we head into what is going to be an amazing weekend here in the south. You can see not much to show you here in the Futurecast. That's high pressure at work for you folks, keeping the sky clear across Manitoba, east into northwestern Ontario. Just a little bit of cloud cover pops up Saturday morning. That's about it for any kind of meteorological excitement in Manitoba. Saturday, we soar up into the mid-teens across the south. It'll be a very nice day. A little bit of cloud picks up in the north, but again, that's about it for any kind of interesting weather. We'll take non-interesting, sunny, warm weather as well. It will be a little windy tomorrow, granted, but then as we get over into Sunday, you can see some clouds move in, but we should still see a nice mix of sun and cloud here in the Winnipeg area before it gets a little cloudier in the afternoon. For tonight, we stay above freezing here in the city. 3 degrees is our forecast low along the way, mostly clear. Winds out of the southeast at 20 until about mid-evening. After that, they diminish. So still from the southeast, but very light winds until this happens. They strengthen tomorrow straight from the south, 30 with wind gusts up to 50, and that's tapping into warm air to the south, taking us all the way up to 16 degrees. Keep in mind, folks, normal high for this time of year is 7. Mainly sunny, too. Beautiful. That continues on Sunday, 16 degrees under a mix of sun and cloud, and a relatively warm late October low Sunday night of 10 degrees, 13 on Monday. There is another low-pressure system headed our way. Now, it looks like there's a possibility of showers Monday afternoon, 13 degrees. That will turn to rain on Monday night, and that will continue on Tuesday, 10 degrees, bright and sunny, or a mix of sun and cloud, really. Wednesday, Thursday, temperatures in the single digits, but seasonal. 9 on Wednesday, a high of 7 degrees on Thursday. You see those temperatures stay above freezing for the most part. To our weather photos we go. Now, this photo is from Elvis. Now, look closely at this. I look at this, and I see Winnipeg's version, John, of Manhattanhenge. If you know, you know. If you don't, Google it. Now, this next photo is from Steve. This Blue Jay is cheering for the Blue Jays out at Fort White Alive. If you want to send us your weather photos, you can send them by email to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
That is an incredible picture of that Blue Jay. I think it looks incredible.
He sent 3 of them. It's always hard to choose. We have such great submissions from folks. So, hey,
keep them
tough
coming.
job, but somebody's got to make these tough calls, and that's the one that I chose. So I hope you enjoyed that one.
I certainly did. CTV National with Sandy Ronaldo starts now. We'll see you back here for CTV News at 6.